Okay, so we have been focusing a lot on suffix S, if you remember, right? And today we're going to switch it. We're going to focus on a different suffix that sounds like ing, ing. What 3 letters represent ing? All right, say the 3 letters, everybody.
I-N-G.
Awesome. Can someone give me a word that has that? You can think of one that has ing as the suffix. Hey, Tori?
Playing.
Playing. Awesome. Nice. Play, playing. Kiki.
Say it.
Saying. Say, saying. Tessa.
Swimming.
Swimming. Swim, swimming. Anyone else want to share one? Oh, what is Mrs. Houston doing right now?
Thinking.
Mackenzie. Thinking, right? Thinking. So today we're going to read a story that is connected to playing guitars, but before you read it, just some background first to see what our brain already knows about playing this instrument. Question for you: when you play the guitar, do you press down on something or do you do something like this? And what are you using?
Use like a thing that you hold in your hand and go like this.
Yes. So the movement that your hand does. Do you know what your hand or your fingers are hitting against? Anybody know, Kiki?
It's a pick. You hold a pick and strum, but also you press down. When you're going up, you have to press down to make the sound.
Oh,
So
good
it's
point.
pressing and
Press. And you said a word of strumming. Did I hear you say that word? Strumming?
yeah, it's where you like there's 6 strings and when you strum, you go down all of them.
So it's almost this movement that you're making with your hands against the strings to try to make sound. And Kiki did say the pressing too, because it can change the sound quality for sure. I'm actually going to read these questions to you. Please don't say your answers out loud, but you just have to circle your answer. Okay? There's 6 questions. Sound okay? Everyone ready? Okay, so your job as a reader is to track still with those questions that I'm reading, and you circle your answer. All right, number 1. How do you play the guitar? By blowing into it, by strumming the strings, by tapping it with your fingers, by shaking it. Number 2. What is strumming? Plucking the strings, hitting the guitar with a drumstick, playing the guitar with a bow, running fingers across the strings. So just accessing, so you're straining your brain to see what you already know about the guitar and playing it. Number 3, what is plucking? Playing the guitar with a bow, pulling on the string and then letting go of it quickly, hitting the guitar with a drumstick, or removing the strings from the guitar. Number 4, what materials are guitar strings made of? Metal, steel, or nylon? You may not know. And you may think more than one. If you think there's 2, circle 2. This one I had to grow my thing. Nylon. You may not know what that material is. It's okay. We're going to learn about it.
Like plastic?
Could be considered a little bit of plastic. Yes. A little bit. Has a little shine to it, I'd say. That's why you're thinking of the plastic connection. Number 5. How many hands do you use to play a guitar? So how many hands? 1 hand? 2 hands? No hands? Or 3 hands? Silly. And number 6. Most guitars are made of wood, plastic, metal, steel. Just put this now face down. If you would, you can put your pencil down too. Remember, this is just accessing what you know, straining your brain a little bit, and it'll go on from there. Suffix ing to words, right? What does it show? I guess how does it change the meaning of a word to show an action? Right now, Mrs. Cusick is talking to you, and I'm teaching you. What does it show? How does it change sort of like the action of the speaker? Oh, awesome hands. Tessa?
When you add in, like talk in, that means you're doing it like right, that like you're doing it.
right now?
Yeah.
Would you agree with Tessa? When you add ing suffix, are you doing it right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Kiki is raising her hand, right? She's doing it right now. If she raised her hand, she already did it, right? It already happened. So right now in the moment. So let's see. Let's see some words. Some of these you may have heard, right? Yesterday, do you remember, hey, Tor, you talked about how an action was like a verb? Remember you said that for the suffix s? And you said you also noticed another part of speech. Remember that? You said there were nouns too. So up here too, look at, we have, sometimes we can do things in the moment, thinking, raising, running, swimming, but there's other ways to show ing when they are a noun. Like, so they're material, like frosting on a cake or a cookie, or the bedding on your bed. So the sheets, the blankets, anything that's on your bed to make you comfy cozy. So two sort of different ways to show ing.
There's also another way to do it. So king, it's already in the word.
Yes, and you know when that's used? I don't know when king is used. Remember, ing, ing, right? That's when it's that glued sound, right? So you're right. That's a total visual piece there to the word. But what happens is it's tricky that it doesn't show the same meaning, right? It's just a glued sound. But good job knowing that about words. Okay, so now, goodness, we're gonna put some words together. Ooh, question connected to math. What does that look like to you? What does that look like to you? It's not perfect, but what does it look like connected to math? Say it if you know it.
Calculator.
Does it look like a calculator?
Yeah, it has like the thing that is on
Yeah, you press those buttons and then there's an equal sign. And when you find the sum in math, like if I found the sum of all the pencils on the tables, if I found 2 plus 2 more, I found the sum. What's the sum here? How many are there, everybody?
4.
4, right? So when you find word sums, you're putting word parts together to make a new word. It's pretty cool. So let's take a peek. All right, Mackenzie, can you read that word on that screen up top?
Yell.
Yell. Okay, we're gonna add something to it. What's our new word, Mackenzie?
Yelling.
Yelling. All right, I'm gonna, hey, Tor, want to do this one? You ready? Go ahead. What's that word? Kiss. When you add your ing suffix, what's your new word? You got it. So with those word sums, we're going to see some of those words in our story. We're also going to do our RAND chart now. You know these charts. We've done them forever, right? It's a piece that it helps our fluency when we read. Could you stand behind your chair if you would? Could you try the first row in your brain first? Try the first row in your brain. Some of these are sentences, but most of them are phrases. When you feel good about that first row, try the second row in your brain. Does anyone have any questions on any words as you're trying to read them? If you feel good about all the words, give me a thumb up. Any words you're not sure of? So Mrs. Q says the first one, do the first one, and you're gonna echo me, okay? So I'm gonna read the first row across, and then you'll echo, okay, after each one, all right? All right, so everyone's eyes are on the board. Are you ready? I'm gonna try to really scoop, remember? Most guitars are made of wood.
Most guitars are made of wood.
The other hand plucks.
The other hand plucks.
Because it helps them stay on key.
Because it helps them stay on key.
The fingers of one hand.
The fingers of one hand.
Nice job. Could I ask Mackenzie this time and Kiki do the second row together? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
The other hand pecks.
Oh, let's try that one more time. Ready?
The other hand plucks.
Good, correcting yourself.
Most guitars are made of wood. The fingers on the hand.
Mackenzie, can you try that one more time?
The fingers of one hand.
Good job. Ready? Last one together. Ready?
Because it helps
helps
it stay on key.
Because it helps them stay on key. Nice job. All right, hey, Chor and Tessa, can you do the last row? Ready? Go for it.
The fingers of one hand. Because it helps them stay on key. The other hand plucks. Most guitars are made of wood.
Good job. Take a seat, everybody. So these phrases are in our story, and we'll see some connections also with these sentences. So let's see. I see that ing suffix somewhere up there too. Could you please read that first sentence in your brain? I'm gonna put a marker up there too to show some scooping to try when you're practicing. Let's see. So try to read these three words together, right? So what's happening? What is it doing? And then to what or with what? So please read this one with me. You ready? 1, 2, 3. The other hand plucks or strums the strings. Does anyone notice some words in that sentence that have blends in those words? There's a lot of words that have blends there. What's one word with a blend, Kiki?
Flux.
Ooh, yes. Ooh, pull. It's another word with a blend. Let's see another one. Each word. Good job. And this one is a triple letter. So, st-r. There's one more I see. It has a beginning blend. Tessa?
String and
Good. Stop there for a second. So string. So this is where, remember at the beginning, or I think it was said, oh, sometimes in a word like king, right? You have ing too. This is where it's a glued sound, okay? Too. So string, strings. Your suffix there is suffix s, so we've been focusing on too. There's one more that could count as an ending blend. Tess, I'll stick with you.
that and other.
So I think are you thinking of digraphs? I think you're thinking of digraphs. Sometimes this "nd" can count as an ending blend. So it's also a glued sound there. Okay, let's read that sentence one more time because we just sort of worked on it. Ready? We're gonna do this one more time. You ready? 1, 2, 3. The other hand plucks or strums the strings. All right, try this one in your brain. I'm gonna scoop it, okay? I see your hand. Sorry, I know I'm blocking, friends. So this connects a little bit, friends, and doesn't go to this last word, okay? All right, I'm gonna ask one person to join me for this. Would anyone like to join me in my voice? Anybody? Mackenzie, will you join me? You ready? 1, 2, 3. The guitar can be played by itself or as part of a band. Nice job. The guitar can be played by itself or as part of a band. Nice job, thank you. Try the last one in your brain. There's our suffix ing. Would someone like to read this one with me? Alright, if your hand's raised, join me, okay? Alright, ready? 1, 2, 3. Strumming makes the sound of many notes at one time. Strumming makes the sound of many notes at one time. Alright, so now we're going to really get into our story. And it's not long. It's actually not in a text, it's a passage. And we'll probably continue it also the next time we're together. So you're going to get to see playing guitars.